Are you a Subnautica fan? Because if you are, I've got a game that is just for you. Imagine Subnautica, but instead of being underwater, it is up there in the vastness of space. Well, that is Astrometica, a space exploration base building survival game, which after a catastrophic event sees you stranded in an asteroid field whilst you gather resources, build your base, and use advanced technology to figure out the remnants of what is happening and thrive in the unknown of space. Now, this game looks exactly like Subnautica. Just take away the water and you're pretty much there. The oxygen system, the food system, everything about it reminds me of Subnautica. And I think that is why this game might actually do really, really well. It's developed by Berry Merry and published by Rock Game SA, and launches into early access on PC on the 10th of December, so just a few days now from the time of recording this video. A massive thank you to the developers for giving me early access to the game. If you do want to try it for yourself, there is currently a demo available on Steam. Now, this demo is not the full game. You can play for a couple of hours and sort of get into it and have a little bit of a look, but it is not fully featured as well as the main game is. Now, I don't know what the price is, but from what I've seen and what I've played, I'd imagine it's going to be around 10 to 20 quid. Might be wrong on that one. It might be priced a little bit more. But going by the success and popularity of Subnautica, this very much feels exactly like that game. To the point where it's a little bit... Well, we've covered a game recently that's same controversy. Light of Motoram, Astrometica, Subnautica, same vein. You know, very similar games, but this one looks really, really good. As mentioned, it's launching on the 10th of December into early access. The developer is just a single dev from what I've seen. Now, the developer wants to do an early access period because he has a passion for survival games, as you can see here, and wants to create the best possible experience, and to do that, we'll need community involvement. How long it's going to be in early access is not yet known, but so far it looks pretty damn good and it plays really, really well. I've not had any issues with it. It's not been buggy or anything like that. It's worked really, really well and it's been an enjoyable experience. I've got a decent amount of gameplay, once again, thanks to the devs for giving me early access to the game. So far, though, I am enjoying my time with the game. It's really fun, it's fluid, gameplay seems quite nice, and I like the relaxing yet tense environment of it. It really does have that Subnautica feel. I hope that the storyline progresses and we do see some more of an advanced story as we go through it and as we get closer to the end. How that's going to work, not 100% sure, but I'm very excited to go along with it and see how it goes. Now, I'm thinking of doing maybe some guides and something like that, so if people want to see stuff, let me know in the comments down below. Something else that I really like about the game is the base building. Once again, going back to Subnautica, a lot of stuff in this game looks exactly like it. The UI, the menus, the base building aspects. As you can see here, these modular sections, they're pretty much exactly the same. And it's really enjoyable, though, because it's just easy to build, and you can actually move through a little bit further than what you could on a Subnautica game, and go through actual mining experiences, get mining facilities up and running that will farm various resources for you. So I think in that respect, it is a little bit more advanced. Being able to have all those facilities combined together to be able to build better things and continually mine resources whilst you're out exploring is going to take a lot of that mundane stuff away from the base building aspects of Subnautica. There's a lot of the base building stuff can just feel very slow, very clunky. Just take a hell of a long time to get a really, really big base up and running with some of those high-end core components. But with this, being able to have resource farming and a little bit of automation, that really does streamline that process a little bit and make the building a lot more enjoyable and more relaxing, I think. Now, when it comes to traversing the actual asteroid field, as you can see, we have some form of vehicle. I've not got that far yet in the actual game, so I've not been able to build anything, but I do like that idea. Hopefully, as they have gone down that very Subnautica-esque route, we do have some form of Cyclops and something a bit bigger, but we will have to wait and see. Now, there's also a bit more of a combat element to this game as well, which I do like. It does make it feel a little bit more more threatening in some of those easier areas, whereas Subnautica, you know, if you're in those easy areas, you've got to worry about food and oxygen, and that's about it. Whereas this, you can be attacked by some form of creatures. I'm not too sure what they are. You see them in the trailer. I haven't come across anything like that yet, but I'm only an hour, 2 hours into actual gameplay itself, so we'll have to wait and see if I do come across more. But so far, it looks really, really good and intriguing. Quite excited to go a little bit further, see how far I can go, and what we can do with this. I don't know how detailed it's going to be to go through all the way to the end, or if the full storyline is going to be there now. It may be because it's an early access title, the just core fundamentals are in, we can build bases, we can do all of that, but there's not exactly a storyline, and that will come later on. We'll have to wait and see. But so far, I'm enjoying it. It's fun, it's enjoyable, it's relaxing. It's just a nice, easy survival game that you can jump on, play for an hour or so, and not be too stressed out and just relax. Which is one of the things I loved so much about Subnautica. You could spend a few hours just building a sub and just floating around and just having loads of fun. And you can do that in this too. So, very excited. Now, as mentioned, it releases on the 10th in early access. So, will you be checking it out? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, when it comes to my experience so far in the game, I've played for about 2 hours, and I'm really enjoying it. It's very simplistic early on. There's a lot of stuff there, and you can just grab everything you need right at the start. Like, the footage you're seeing is within the first sort of 10 minutes of gameplay. So everything's there. It's nice and easy. It gets you into it. Not super duper fast, but you go at your own pace, and there is a lot to do there if you do want to jump straight in and start crafting and building and not worry about exploring anything. Then you can do that. There's a nice little guide which shows you where you've got to go and how you've got to start the game. So it's relatively simple. It does help the player out, but it doesn't push you in any direction. There's something off in the distance which you can go straight on and explore, or you can just hang around where you are and just enjoy it and craft everything that you possibly can, up until you've got no resources near you, and then you can venture out further. That obviously depends all on your playstyle and how you want to actually go about the game itself. I'm enjoying it. It's loads of fun. We are going to do, I think we'll do a sort of gameplay series, a playthrough. It's been a while since we've done any sort of playthrough, and I'm going to put a list together as well of tips and tricks when the game does launch on the 10th. So that will come out on either the 9th or when the game releases. Not 100% sure, but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's relaxing, fun, and just an enjoyable game. I've not had any performance issues or anything like that. The actual recommended specs are relatively low anyway, so you would be able to play this fairly decently on, not a potato, but an average PC without any problems, which is quite nice. So it's good to jump in and just fumble around and have some fun. But if there's anything you do want to see specifically, let me know in the comments down below. For now, we're going to wrap that one up there, and we'll probably have a playthrough on either Saturday or Sunday. Let me know what you want to see. For now, thanks for watching. I've been Wide, you've been awesome, and we'll see you in the next one.